Hey, everybody. Welcome to Story and Strategy Live. This is Jeff Herring, your host. I'm really glad you're here because today's show is going to be a little different. Usually, we have someone join me live with a real challenge from their business or their life or both. And together we discover what's really going on, rewrite the story behind it, and build a strategy that moves them forward. And welcome, Erica. Welcome, William, and everybody else joining us. And here comes Shannon. Hey there. So before we continue helping people rewrite their stories every week, I want to spend one show with you sharing the foundation of what makes it all work. And everything we do here, everything is built on these three simple principles. Every challenge has a story behind it. Every story can be rewritten, and every rewritten story changes your future. It's simple yet powerful. These three ideas, folks, have changed the way I coach, the way I build businesses, and even the way I look at life. So let's begin with the first one. Every challenge has a story. Most people think their biggest obstacle is a challenge itself. I don't. Whether it's a struggling business, lack of confidence, relationship problem, fear of starting, procrastination, like we dealt with last week, the big one, right? Or feeling stuck. Those are real challenges, real challenges. But behind every challenge is a story. It can go something like these things. Hey, Cynthia, I'm too old. I'm too young. The market is saturated. I'm not good enough. I've failed before. People like me don't succeed. My chance has passed. And the truth is, most of us don't even realize we're telling ourselves these stories. They've become invisible to us. The challenge isn't just what's happening. The challenge is the meaning we've attached to what's happening. Let me say that again. The challenge isn't just what's happening. It's the meaning we've attached to what's happening. And until we discover that story, the challenge will keep repeating itself. Second principle, every story can be rewritten. Now, here's the good news. Stories are not facts. They're interpretations. They're conclusions. They're explanations we created to make sense of our experiences. Now, some of those stories serve us, a lot of them don't. Here's the beautiful thing. If a story was learned, it can be changed. You don't have to live out of your old story. That doesn't mean pretending difficult things never happen. We don't do toxic positivity here. Okay. It does mean asking better questions. Is this story completely true? What evidence supports it? What evidence doesn't support it? Could there be another explanation? What story would help create the future I actually want? When we change the story, everything begins to change. Not because life magically becomes easier, no, but because we're no longer looking to our future with yesterday's conclusions. Let that one sink in, because we're no longer looking to our future with yesterday's conclusions. Cynthia says, amen. We write our story, good or bad. That's absolutely true. And we have got a collection of my mentees here today, folks. Cynthia joined us. Lois just joined us. Thanks, you guys, for showing up. If you haven't been on the show, you're going to be. Now, with those two principles, let's build on them. Every rewritten story changes the future. How about every rewritten story changes your future? And this is where strategy begins. Most of us try to change their future by changing their actions. Don't be most people. Those actions look like work harder, create more content, read another book, buy another course. None of those are bad. But if your story stays the same, your actions eventually drift back toward your old identity. When your story remains the same, when the story behind your challenge remains the same, your actions eventually drift back towards your old identity. It's inevitable. When the story changes, the strategy changes. And when the strategy changes, guess what? The future changes. Again, hey, Ria, thanks for joining us. We are going through the foundation of why what we do works, and we are on principle number 3. When the story changes, your strategy can change. When the strategy changes, your future changes. A business can grow because the owner finally believes they're ready. A relationship improves because someone stops assuming rejection. A dream finally begins because fear is no longer making every decision. Let's park there for a second. Our stories make our decisions. Our stories decide how we look at the world and how we make our decisions. So when a dream finally begins because fear is no longer making every decision, a rewritten story creates different choices. Different choices create different actions. And different actions do what? They create a different future. That's why I believe what I started with. Every challenge has a story. Every story can be written, and every rewritten story changes your future. And this is backed up, folks, by last time I added it and did the math, over 35,000 hours of me sitting across from people, working with their story, changing it so they can move forward. It's not my first rodeo. I didn't make this up yesterday. So here's why we do Story and Strategy Live every week. What we just talked about is what this show is all about. People just like you bring me real challenges. Together, we discover the story behind the challenge. We question it. We rewrite it. Then we build a practical strategy that you could begin using right away. Cynthia knows that from last week, right, Cynthia? And here's the really cool thing, or one really cool thing. While I'm coaching one person, everyone watching starts recognizing their own stories. One person's breakthrough becomes a lesson for hundreds of others because we all have stories, we all have challenges, right? And every one of us has a future that's still being written. Speaking of written, if you write down anything from this brief show today, write this down. Every one of us has a future that's still being written. So here's your invitation. I want to ask a question as we close here. What's the challenge you've been carrying? What story that you might not even be aware of yet has been quietly shaping your decisions? And what future is that story creating? Now, imagine what will happen when that story changes into a better story and a better strategy. Seriously, just roll with me or imagine it right now. What would you be able to do that you can't do now? What would be different? And that's exactly why I created Story and Strategy Live. It's simply a conversation where we'll discover the story behind your biggest challenge, rewrite it into one that supports the future you want, and create practical strategies for moving forward into the future that you want. Now, here's what I believe with all my heart, and I've said some of it before, and this goes deeper. It's bold and it works. It's true. I watch it happen all the time. And it's so much fun to watch the guest because I've sat across from so many people. I can read facial expressions and countenance every time we walk through it. When we get the new story, their countenance changes. And I notice things that you guys don't yet because you don't know where to look yet or what to look for. Okay. Bottom line. Okay. Well, oh, Cynthia, thank you. My story has changed in a week. Thank you, darling. That will be seen again. And folks, take that to heart. Would you like your story changed in a week? Really, it took less time for Cynthia, and now she's doing things with it. The first strategy was to take one step towards her plan, before her head hit the pillow that night. And I loved getting that email that she had in fact done that. Okay, so bring me your challenge and we'll rewrite your future. That's your opportunity here, folks. Bring me your challenge and we'll rewrite your future. If you're ready to take that next step, I'd love to meet you and chat with you. Some of you I know. If I don't, I'd love to meet you and chat with you. So, want to invite you to book your story and strategy chat. The link I'm about to give you takes you through 5 questions. It's a very brief application. 5 questions, send it to me. I'll go through them and we'll schedule you. Okay. I cannot wait to hear your story. I cannot wait to help you rewrite your story. And I cannot wait to help you change your future. Bring me your challenge and we'll rewrite your future. Now, you're probably wondering, how do we get there? Okay. Here it is. jeffherring.com/SSL. S is in Sam, S is in Susie, L is in Larry. jeffherring.com/SSL. Now, for those of you that just joined us, remember I said this was going to be a short one, and it is. We're wrapping up here. Now, what'll happen tomorrow on Substack is there'll be at least one clip from this show that really captures things and some chat behind it in the text. And then on Saturday, you'll get story and strategy letter, the story and strategy letter, episode 2, where we're going to break this down. You'll have it written down and you can use it and get on the show and change your story so you can change your life. Okay? That link for now is jeffherring.com/SSL. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of places you could have been online and you chose to be with us. And that's always an honor and always appreciated. Thank you. Now, go to jeffherring.com/SSL, answer those quick 5 questions, and you can be sitting in the guest seat, changing your story and your future in coming weeks. Okay. And as always, folks, you know what to do. Go use this stuff because it flat out works. And I can't wait to work with you. Until next time, as I said, go use this stuff.